You are a Bengaluru boy with ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ Kannada ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ.
You give 2 options, but I'd go for a third one. Oh. Typical Gen Zs.
Yeah. I thought you'll say friends.
In this Gen Z era, yeah, we need to avoid calling people friends.
If I say it's a student podcast and my guest is talking of customers and clients, I'm like, what are we talking about?
Introduced to this internships and all of the part-time jobs.
I thought you're from some Nawab city. Right?
I wanna, if I can be like half the man he is, I would say I would be satisfied for
success
life.
story.
Yeah, a success story. Even I'm a Gen Z, but it's all about rebel, going against your
Correct.
parents. I am a 20 years, obviously, so I cannot say I've seen it all.
Yeah.
But then I have got it, figured it all.
Still a no too.
I have night outs almost every day. Being a parent is a lot more than just being a parent, you know.
This is a very sensitive conversation.
You
Yes,
can
I
say
know.
you're not really anxious, you are irresponsible, my dear colleague.
Hello and welcome to our India's only student podcast, No Filter Please. In today's episode, we have Bengaluru boy, correct?
Yeah.
Bengaluru boy Syed, who is currently studying in Jain University. So before I speak a lot and give you a hell lot of introduction, we will hear it from him. Welcome to the podcast first.
Thank you.
So Syed, why are you a Bengaluru boy?
Well, I am a Bengaluru boy as termed by you, thank you. Because I think I was born and brought up in Bangalore and I'm very well versed with the culture here. And
Kannada barata?
Barutte, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. Not that grammar specific,
Okay.
but yeah.
You are a Bengaluru boy with ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ Kannada ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ.
ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು.
Okay. So what are you doing in Jain University? Just give us some introduction about you, background, like what are your parents like? Are you the only child? So just give us some background, where you come from, who you are.
Okay, so my full name is Syed Aymaan Ahmed and I am studying in Jain University. I studied in Jain University since my first PU, what people call 11th, 12th, what Northeast don't know. So it's been good journey at Jain. It's my 5th year in Jain.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What do you guys call yourself? A Jaina?
Jainites, we call ourselves Jainites. Simple, straight and simple Jainites.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what background names people give us, but we refer ourselves as Jainites. Yeah.
Not that I know some, but I just want to I was just curious because Christite, Carmelite,
Yeah.
so
So
Josephite.
There are many, but yeah, we call ourselves Jainites, and it's a pretty good college. It's a decent college.
What are you studying?
I'm doing BCom honors with CIMA UK.
Okay, so it's a cross. It's like
It's an affiliated. It's an
okay.
affiliated course of international. It's like additional degree. For
Okay.
You. Yeah. So it's
So
CIMA.
do you have to go abroad again, like continue go there physically, be there in that foreign university and complete this, or you get to finish it here?
You get to finish it here. That's why it is so good, and it adds such a value to you that you don't really have to move out again after you complete your bachelor's over here. You don't have to spend another 1 or 2 years studying outside, because we get it. Yeah, it's 21st century and we value time more than money, because time is money in this era.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Same old.
whatever saves us time, we go for it.
Anyway, just give me some background about your family. So what are your parents like? What do they do?
So I am the only son. I mean,
Okay.
not the only child. I'm the only son. We are total 4 people. I have an elder sister, then it's me. I have a younger sister, then a youngest sister.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice. The only brother.
Yeah, the only brother. So I am raised with sisters. So
Mama's boy or daddy's boy?
mama.
And you have 3 sisters.
Yeah, and I have.
What
I
an
have 3 sisters.
what is it to be amongst 4 women? Like, the elder sister is almost like a mom, right?
Yeah.
So 2 moms and 2 sisters, like kind of a
Yeah, definitely. And my elder sister, she is more like a mother, and we have like 5 years of gap.
Okay.
And she's married now. So it is like that. And like you said, what it is like to grow up in such an environment, I'd say when a guy especially grows up with women,
Correct.
Majority of women in house, he knows he knows their reaction, because there is some common reactions and how most of the women think. So he's well aware of it, and maybe he knows how to handle women well.
That's exactly why. Like,
Yeah.
are you the gentleman type or you're like the spoiled brat? Because what happens is like you're the only male child out
Yeah.
of 4, right? So you get that. Is that like you get an extra attention, or you're like equally treated? And you are, the boys were raised by women. They're
Yeah.
nice. They, like you said, they're accommodating. They're
Yeah.
understanding. You don't have to tell them, buy me an ice cream while I'm on my periods. You
They
would
do
know.
it.
You would know because you've seen
Yeah.
mom, sisters go through
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
So you become a little more aware of women's life, or is it so with you, or you're like the other way around? You just got too much of attention because you're the only guy.
No, it's not like that. Maybe I think I would go for, you give 2 options, but I'd go for a third one.
Oh, okay.
Typical Gen Zs.
Yeah.
So I'd say, it's a mixture of both. Like, I know how women react, what's to be done. Without even asking, I'd do it. And for the attention part, for the guys who are out there who know what it is like to be the only son, you get a lot of attention. You are pampered child.
Nice.
So you are pampered by your sisters, by your mother. But yeah, in this environment,
So you're not a bully brother who bullies around like, I'm the only guy, you better listen to me. No.
I mean, that's normal.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think father always balances out.
Okay. So yeah, what does your father do?
So we have our own company. It's called Happy Industries.
Okay.
And we are manufacturers of all these hand tools.
Okay.
Screwdrivers, carpenter chisels and all.
Nice.
We have our factories over here, and we have our outlet here and office here only.
So
Yeah.
Rise Babka rich kid.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Sorry, Bollywood has spoiled us to the core, so I get those terms.
I can see that.
Okay. So now, see, affiliated family, I'm not saying like the rich or something. I don't know. I'm not getting into that, but little comfort when it comes to, basic necessities, and to be born among or to be raised among 4 other girls and things like that, right? So how does it, when you compare it with your friends, how do you see, where do you position yourself? How lucky you feel you are born to this kind of a situation? Because whatever so far explanation you gave it to me, right? I feel you come from a very comfortable space.
Yeah.
So, and I can see that, which is good, right? Like, what difference do that make, like having that comfort back home?
So
I'm asking both emotionally and economically.
Definitely. So let me answer the emotional part first, because that matters.
Yeah, of course.
So when I talk about emotionally, coming out from such a comfort zone, a place called home. You can, because I always say this, home is not somewhere where you live. It's the people in it that make it home.
Correct.
So I know even after a shitty day, I get to go home. I get to go be in that comfort and, be in that support system where people that matter to me listen to me. I have someone to talk to. I have that support system. I've never really been to therapy, but then I can be home.
Okay.
I'd say home is my therapy.
Okay, good.
So that was emotional part. And whereas I come, I talk about economical and all of that aspects. Yeah, it is good to be from such a background. You get more exposure. In Bangalore, in this city, not in city, I'd say in India, if you want to sustain, either you have to be from a really, really low background or a really, really, at least
no
a
room
little...
for middle class people.
Yeah, at least a little high background. Because if you are really low, you get all the benefits, you get reservations and all of that. Or else, if you wanna, compete and stay in that region, you need to be above. Or else you're just like, pav and vada. You just end up being that way.
I think you will end up giving so many valuable inputs. That's what I'm already sensing.
And I feel, since I come from such a background, where I'm raised by, I be, in middle of women with all my sisters and mom. I'm very much comfortable with, getting associated with other female colleagues, clients, and even if there is a room filled with women, I'd be comfortably sitting without being awkward.
I thought you'll say friends, my classmates.
Well,
What is this
Maitri,
professional?
because I'd say, you see, in this Gen Z era, yeah, we need to avoid calling people friends. We need to
I don't know, but
normalize.
why?
We need to normalize, referring people as colleagues and clients,
No, what
all
I
of
mean to
that.
say is you're still a student, right? You call them classmates.
Classmates. Yeah,
How is this a colleague or customer or a client? I mean, do you help your dad in business, or
Yeah,
are
I
you part
do.
of the ecosystem already? I want to know where you're coming from, because if I say it's a student podcast and my guest is talking of customers and clients, I'm like, what are we talking about? So, are you part of the business already with
Yes, I
dad?
actually have been working since my second semester. Not with my dad, but I have been. You'd say I have been into corporate world and into getting serious about my career and my life from a very young age. I'd say from my first year of college, in my second semester itself, I have been introduced to this internships and all of the part-time jobs. And now, when I've completed almost 6 internships and 2 part-time jobs, I'm now helping my dad in business. Even this is for a limited period of time, only for this semester, after which I'll be working.
Working where you are
So-
placed or somewhere, or
Yeah, I'm
so
not.
you
at
know plans of
place.
MBA.
I'm doing CIMA
Oh,
already.
yeah, that
right?
gives you an
So
additional.
That gives me an addition
Okay.
already.
Is
So
it with only Jane's university, Jane University, or is it common in every, like?
it's common in every university. Even in Christ, it's common. Joseph's, everywhere it's common. It depends where you are comfortable with and where you want to pursue your education from.
Okay.
That's it.
Now you studied 5 years in a same college, right? Like the I mean, the environment would be almost same even if you shift from campus to campus, because JNs have multiple campuses in
Yeah.
Bangalore, right? So what made you stick with that university for? Because you've been saying the word Gen Z, right? And before I get into that and drill you, you're already giving me those bounces and googlies.
Yeah.
So good anyway. So in this generation where you want to experiment, see new things, go, be part of multiple other things, how come you stayed with one university for 5 years?
I see,
Were you in love with? Are you in love with?
No, I wouldn't say I'm in love with Jane. I'd say it's more comfortable, and I'm not much of a hopper, from hopping
So you're
companies
not a
to
risk taker?
companies. No, I would say I'm a risk taker, but when it comes to my education, and moreover, it's closer to my place.
Okay.
And I go to a morning university. I don't really believe in evening universities. I go to a morning university. So my classes commence from 7:30 and they go up to 12:01. So I have like a whole day left to me. So I can do other things I want.
How old are you?
I am 20.
For a 20-year-old kid to have that, I've been seeing you're sitting in that posture, and that trying to bring that, I know everything, I've cracked most of it. Like how, I mean, like we were discussing off the camera, right? This maturity scares me. For a 20-year-old kid, I still want them to be little innocent, little, flexible, or still have that area where they are lying, in mood to discover, or go. I mean, you're almost trying to give me that perfectionist kind of thing. I'm like, this scares me, literally.
Yeah. So,
But where are you getting this from?
Well, I wouldn't say.
Did you?
I'm,
I mean, just to clarify, we have not shared questions. I mean, this is very raw show that we do. I don't even know how the output
Unfiltered.
Yeah, fully.
Completely.
Where is this posture, this, like the sorted attitude coming from? Are you really this sorted, or are you putting up?
I'm not at all, pretending anything right now. I am this way from a very young age. It's not like I haven't had my fun.
No, I'm not saying you're boring.
No, I'm
saying,
just telling.
the kind of confidence
Yeah.
and the composure.
I'd say, it's from my family itself. My father.
Like that tehzeeb and all of that. I know a few nice Urdu words.
Yeah.
So, where does your family come from? Bangalore again?
Bangalore itself. We are originally from Bangalore.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you're from some Nawab city where you got this ada and all of it, like posture,
No, but
fixing yourself.
it's like I have been looking up to my father. So from the time he sits, he dresses up, he
Nice.
so I wanna, if I can be like half the man he is, I would say I would be satisfied for
success
life.
story.
Yeah, a success story.
Nice.
So
Very few would say this.
yes, and people now of my age, they are, this Gen Z attitude. Even I'm a Gen Z, but it's all about rebel, going against your
Correct.
parents. Why are even parents there, and all of that.
Hmm.
And this might cause a little bit of controversy.
It's
of
okay.
Things, but I'd say
We're just having a discussion.
yeah, I'd say there's a part in everyone's life, every student's life, where you start hating everyone, you hate your family,
Correct.
you want to get away from them. You want to be like, why my family does not understand me? I want so much and they're not even here to give me anything. Why is it always a no? Why is anytime I bring up anything to them, why is it a no? It should be a yes sometimes. Why don't they support me?
Mm-hmm.
But later in the life, when you actually move, I am a 20 years obviously, so I cannot say I've seen it all,
Yeah.
but then I have got it figured it all.
Oh,
I have
big
got
term.
figured it all.
Wait, let's just
simple-
break this into 3 parts, right?
Yeah.
Because I want our viewers to understand this generation. That's the agenda of having a podcast around student. One, of course, Timbuktu, it's a student brand.
Yeah.
And our genuine effort is to understand you guys in a much closer quarter. Now, you said your generation is rebellious. They would not like to take no as an answer.
Yeah.
Correct? Why is it like that? First question. The second is, how is situation back home? You don't take such situation home that they say yes or no, or are they always in agree, or do you have so much of, or you're like that good bacha who doesn't take any negative thing? Like, what is the situation like? Just
So
one, generalize it. Okay.
Definitely.
Why is it like a rebellious generation?
because like we discussed off camera, it's like this generation Gen Z, it's also termed as, I don't give whatever
Yeah.
people think,
It's
log
a
kya sochenge. I
internet-
don't give a damn about people. So log jao bhad mein, main karunga
Apna.
हाँ अपना मैं करूँगा. That's the generation right now, and I think which is good, up to a certain point. People are courageous, people are bold, people like to take their they like to snatch their platform even if it's not given to them.
Mhm.
So I think that's a good thing. But when this thing goes up to your head, that is when your arrogance strikes you. So I think there's a very thin line between coming outspoken and courageous and arrogance. So I think that line, if everyone sees that line,
So you mean to say people are somewhere blurring this line?
yeah, they are blurring this line. And you got to understand, sometimes a no is a no, right?
Okay, what is situation at your home? How many yes and how many no's if you divide it?
Give me an example. Okay, fine. I have a group of friends. You want to go to Goa.
Mhm.
I go home and then I
Uh-huh.
ask them. My parents will say no,
And you're okay?
and I'm okay with it.
But
Earlier I used to be like, why? Even I have a life. I need my friends. I need to explore and everything. But then when I got to know the same group of friends were in Goa, slodged out completely, and ended up doing things which got them into a deep trouble, I felt, maybe that no was to save me, and I am safe.
okay.
Yeah.
See, a great way of seeing it, right? Now, we are not judging your friends.
Yeah,
here. I mean,
definitely.
we don't judge anybody on the
No,
show. It's
yeah.
just our opinion and discussion, right? Now, what if you were that good kid in the group and had saved all of them from getting in a mess? You're like, hey, mat karo, don't do this. I think, don't you think the other side of the story can also be a possible? Like,
It would be possible, but then I wasn't in that situation, right? If my parents would have allowed,
are you still friends with them?
yeah,
First?
obviously I'm
Okay.
friends with them,
Then
because
good.
in the end of the day, I was the one who got them out of it.
Ah.
So it's okay. I know. I don't even go for
So
night
you're like
stays
that-
and stuff.
Mhm.
But
Nightlife,
yeah, night stays at
Acha.
friends' place and all of that.
still a no at home?
What?
Is it a no at home?
Yeah, it's a no at home. But yeah, you will not believe when I say this. I have night outs. I have night outs almost every day, but in a good way with my family. Yeah, we go on bike rides. We go on.
Family, matlab who? Sisters and mom?
Yeah, my whole family. My sister rides a bike.
Oh.
My mom rides a bike. So
Nice.
yeah, we go out to airport just to have
Tea. Okay, fine.
So that is my family. And for the families out there, I would say give your child that platform. If you think your child is too disconnected from you, give him that platform, become his friend, create that comfort zone. Because when you limit your comfort zone and when you don't be friends with your child the way he needs it, he will obviously search that outside.
You are zabardasti pulling me to ask this question very early in the conversation. So you treat your parents like friends,
Yeah.
and they also respond to you back as friends.
Yes, that.
So, I mean, I am from that space that parents are parents. Okay, they are friendly and all of it, but parents are parents. I don't
agree.
want friends at home. I have friends outside.
Yeah.
I want them to be my parents. So, I mean, why do you want them to be friends? Why can't they just be your parents?
See, a word parent is, it's really, it comes with a lot of responsibilities. Now, I don't know, I'm not a parent, so I cannot tell that completely.
Yeah.
But I feel, being a parent is a lot more than just being a parent. You just can't stay back home and take care of your child. That is not what it is. Okay. Why do you think right now the rates of people being in depression, people,
Emotional
going to
health and mental
therapies, psychologists, the graph, if you see from say 2004 or 5 to now, the graph has rapidly increased.
This is a very sensitive conversation, right? So we'll have to I get it. In fact, in one of the episodes we discussed in detail about it. The space I come from, the word depression or anxiety or mental health has been discussed very widely. I also, which is very good, right? Also, I feel it has been misused a lot, many times.
A lot of it, yeah.
Because when I was studying, or one generation previous to yours, we didn't have access to these words readily, right?
Exactly, yeah.
It was not part of our vocabulary or part
it
of our
wasn't.
dictionary. So we knew something is not right with us. So we couldn't name it as an anxiety or a depression. Is it that over exposure about these words is what causes it? So do you have friends who are going through this depression or anxiety? Do you see, is it because of the
yes.
family issue? Do you have any incident that you can share?
I can definitely share, because I think this is a very sensitive topic, as you said,
Yeah.
Maitri,
We'll
But
have to talk it discuss with a lot of
yes,
responsibility.
Yes. So, as you said, the word has been misused a lot. Every other child is going through depression. He or she does not know what it is like to be depressed. He's feeling lonely, not feeling great that day. He tells, I'm depressed.
Yeah.
I mean, like, don't you think telling that I'm depressed that day is actually causing shame to people who are actually depressed?
Absolutely. I mean,
I don't think so.
Your father saying no to your Goa trip can't put you into depression. I mean, that's exactly how it is. I'm depressed because my dad said no to
Exactly. That's not depression. That is what the term depression.
It is disappointment?
Yes. No, it is a no. A no is a no. It is not depression, not disappointment. A no is a no. I'm not telling you need to be that obedient to, take no as a no from your parent. But it's not only from a parent. A no is a no from a girl. A no is a no from a friend. A no is a no from a teacher.
Yeah.
Be it anyone, a no is a no.
So take it with,
take it with
no is negative, sounds negative, but it's positive.
Yeah, it's a positive thing. That is what I'm saying. And when I come
you
back
have at least a clarity, right? It's not happening.
And when I come back to this depression, anxiety and all, these are, very heavy terms.
Yeah.
These are very heavy terms. And if people right now see even 2% of what an actual depressed person looks like, I don't think so they would use depression, anxiety ever in their life.
So do you have friends who, just give me, if you have an okay to share and comfortable to share. So is there any such case among your friends or peers or,
I'd say,
classmates because of the family where parents are being very strict, they're not trying to be friends? Did your friend or classmate or anybody go through that cycle of?
If I say friend or someone that would even be far from me, I'd say my own sister was depressed.
Okay.
And
clinically diagnosed.
And when I tell depressed, it's a heavy term. I quote again. So what a mother, a woman, childbearing age wants children, and she is not able to conceive.
Okay.
With family pressure and all of that, she's not able to conceive due to medical issues, but her medical reports are clean. That is depression.
Yeah.
That is when a woman is depressed. But why I say a home should be a home, because even in that situation, she has home. She knows where she can come, where she can
Yeah.
vent out, where she can, gather some support. She hasn't been to any therapy. And I say, even if this generation people, including me, get half of what anyone in that level would go through, we would run to therapists, man.
Yeah.
We would vent on social media, we would put quotes, and and I feel social media being such an easy access to everyone these days, even even if the smartphone is really new to you, you can still go on social media.
Yeah.
Make all use of it. Search depression quotes, dil toot gaya, chhod ke bhag gaye, and all of that quotes,
Correct.
and nicely you can put.
So that's what, right? It's like knife. Either
Yes.
knife is a weapon made out of good intention. I think I would like
Yeah.
to assume that. So to cut vegetables or cut
Yeah.
tree, cut fruits, it was invented to help human activities, but ended up using to kill somebody, slaughter. I mean, there are both positive and negative to everything. I feel good. People are coming up and like really who need that medical
Yeah.
help or clinical help. They are getting it, or at least there is a environment where we can openly discuss, which there was few years back. It was a matter of concern or shy. They never came out and spoke.
Yeah.
But that openness, that freedom has also been
Misuse. Yeah.
You know,
I would say something more, if you want to hear something more direct from me on this case, say for example, I'll say metaphorically, okay? In people getting martyred in war and everything, they have blood all over them, and there's a clean little soldier who walks up, takes blood from them, puts on them, and tells even I'm a martyr.
yeah.
Now
Well
you can connect the dots, and
Well said. Yeah.
you can
See,
do that.
that's what we want to achieve through these
Yes.
podcasts and things
Yeah.
like that. It is solvable. There is, if you really are depressed, if you really need that medical help, you should seek. But if you're confusing it with, I think, other emotions, for example, I've seen cases where you party whole night, and next day when you want to show up to the office, you say, I have an anxiety attack. You know what
Yeah.
I go through in that moment? That
Huh.
anxiety attack, like really?
It's
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I can't even say, boss, I saw your Instagram reel yesterday or post
You
yesterday.
can say you're not really anxious, you are irresponsible, my dear colleague.
Listen, but I can't put that. I will be
Yeah.
termed, because, like
You'll
I
be
said,
turned insensitive.
yeah, and I will be told this place is not so cool to work. There's no human
Hmm.
emotions, values. And at the end of the day, every company today or every brand is making the work environment safe,
Yeah.
heard.
Workplace
It's very
comfort and all of
complicated.
that,
Yeah. Anyway, good that we touched on this topic, and good to know that you have a family where you can, fall back. With your sister's story also, you took that personal moment to, put things here on the.
Yeah, definitely.
And, now tell me, with the kind of, the education, the exposure, the family, what is that you would want to achieve? Where do you see yourself going from this point?
See, I'm not
Is there a roadmap with you?
Yes, there is. That's a roadmap according to me.
Mhm.
But then you see, I mentioned something earlier. Time is a very cute thing. Okay.
Cute thing.
Yes, it is a very cute thing. Okay, because you don't know what will happen the very next moment. But it's good to manifest. It's good to know. It's good
Do
to
you
have a
believe
plan.
in manifesting?
Not
manifestation?
not entirely. Because
How
see,
religious or spiritual or whatever you are?
I'm not deeply religious, but yeah, I'm religious. I belong from a religious family, so I'm religious. But see, there is a difference between manifesting and procrastination. People
Okay.
really confuse between this.
Correct.
Okay.
When a universe go, I told, so universe will take care of it.
Exactly. What is this? Delulu is the new Sululu. Is that really a thing, guys? What? So I believe manifesting up to a point practically. Up to what you are resourceful of.
So what are you manifesting?
So I see myself. I have always received from my family. I want to be someone who provides them now.
Okay.
Right. So I'm 20 and probably in next 5 to 10 years get a good job, and have a grand finish to my education, and then work.
What do you mean by grand finish? Like a PhD holder, Doctor Syed?
Like no, not PhD and stuff. I'd say a good maybe MSc or something outside. That is my plan. Hopefully.
Okay.
Let's see. So I want to have a grand finish to my education and get a good job, earn pretty well, and don't want to get stuck to one source of income. Have multiple source of incomes, and
how many fin influencers are you watching to get this multiple source of income?
I haven't really watched any, to be honest. I don't get time to scroll on YouTube and stuff.
What are you doing that you don't have time?
No, I use Instagram. I use a lot of Instagram and stuff. And in that I get reels about all of this. And I somewhere hear what I already know.
Okay.
So it just
Figured
gives me,
it out.
yeah, it just lets me know that I am on the right path. I have already chosen it.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's still a validation, right?
Yeah, it's still a validation. So
how much of content do you consume on these platforms? And what kind of content are you consuming?
So I use Instagram, and my screen time, I use 3 to 4 hours. I think that's normal in
pretty much.
thing. Yeah. So it's a mixed content of I do rides. I was the ambassador of Royal Enfield, so I do rides and travel vlogs. So similar content I get, and the CA Sabarwal and all of such people's content I get.
So do you enjoy? I mean, what is your take on so many influencers? Content creation. It's shifting the culture somewhere, right? What do you think of it?
I think
the attention span is also getting attention span is also getting shorter, right?
Yeah.
Like
you just wanna get done with it. Yeah, I think what creators and content creators are doing this in today's time is they are going with the trend. They are going with the flow. They are not,
Are they controlling your mind?
Yes, obviously. Everything is controlled. Social media, if you want to see what anyone thinks, if you want to read me, if you want to see what my lifestyle is, take my phone, open my feed.
Your search history says more.
Yes.
Yeah,
open my Pinterest. Not search history, just see the For You page. You will get to know what type of person I am. You will get to know if I'm a car guy, I'm a bike guy, I'm into fintech, I'm into IT, I'm into coding. You'll get to know everything.
Yeah.
So, like it or not, we are giving internet the access, we are giving ourselves to the internet.
Isn't it scary?
It is scary. It is definitely scary. And with AI on board now, things can go wild. It can be disastrous. So that is why, you need to have limited access of things. You need to know how much to give and how much to keep it to yourself.
Correct. Now, but how do you decide how much to give? Because I feel we're already out there. I'll tell you what Indian mindset is like, right? You see this swanky car put up in the mall, in middle of the mall, and say, lucky draw, fill your details and put the form.
Yeah.
As their star, moon, sign, sun sign, everything they'll write, thinking that I'll win in that lucky draw. And we are the same people who complain about data privacy and things like that. So I think this is a very funny conversation that when people think talk about data privacy and things, like, you're the same guy, everything is being observed, calculated, because you have put yourself out there. And what scares me is somewhere all this trend is not only controlling your mind for that day, but somewhere it is it is deciding what your future looks like. It is already in that space, that, like you said, you're a bike guy, right? It is somewhere putting you that thought, like, Enfield is very outdated, mujhe BMW kharida. Like, though it's not aspiration, somewhere they are controlling your desires, your future plans. I mean, it's gone to that extent. That is what makes me, like, where are we going?
Definitely. When you talk about this privacy, data privacy, it's a funny thing, because like it or not, directly or indirectly, we are presenting ourselves completely to the social media. Social media has our mails, it has
WhatsApp.
It has our WhatsApp, phone number, birth
Who
date,
is Syed flirting with? Is he flirting with 3 girls together?
Exactly. It has like everything. And somewhere it is scary. It is scary that,
But are you okay? Like someone, I mean, who is Syed has already been decoded by somebody or some tech already.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, what does your generation think of? They know about it, right?
Yeah.
So you don't mind putting up that I've been partying here with so and so people in so and so location. Obviously, it has been recorded there, right?
Yeah,
You can
definitely.
block your father, mother, your girlfriend's friends, or somebody, right?
Yeah.
But you can't block the tech there.
Yeah,
So-
definitely, obviously. I think, there
I
are.
mean, speak for your generation, not just you. Like, what they're this okay to put out things that I am also overactive on certain places.
It's actually not. Trust me, it's not. Because we might think it's cool, guys. Okay, fine. I'm in Casanova pub. I'm in Gatsby. It's a very posh pub.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with this girl. I'm with bunch of girls. I put a snap. I
Do
put
you guys
stories
do this out of FOMO or to create that cool cat wala angle?
to create cool guy one angle.
Okay.
Trust me, it comes. I think all the guys out there know what I'm talking about. It is, it takes time to know that, what you are. Earlier, if you look at the, stages of how you grow. Okay, I'm 20 now, but I got this clarity, say 1.5 or 2 years back. I got this clarity. Before that, it's all like you want to fit in. Okay, you want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You want to be in that crowd. That's the type of the guy you will be at that stage. So that time you won't know what you're doing. Everyone's doing, even I'll do it. You see a story, oh, this guy's so cool, he's in this pub with this girl and all. Even I'll go that day someday and I'll put it. But in this creating hype thing, you don't know your image somewhere is getting recorded and which might never get deleted from your social media dashboard. Now also if cyber security catches me, they will see everything what I have.
See,
even
I
the
will-
deleted messages.
we'll create a scenario, right?
Yeah.
We'll think that you turn to be a politician,
Hmm.
okay, or an architect or a business, a cool startup founder who would create unicorns after unicorns. We'll assume that you'll be too popular
Okay.
in next few years. Are you not scared that your data is out there? Because see, this
That
current.
is what. True. No, what
I
you're
mean,
telling-
somebody can dig something very easily, and I will. Where I'm coming from is, should we make? I mean, is it time to take a step back and make those conscious decisions? Yes, have a social profile, social life, everything, but choose what to put, how much to put, when to put, because this is mindless things, right? We've
Definitely.
been doing everything so mindlessly that
Exactly.
we are not realizing it will backfire us someday.
Exactly. I 100% agree with you. Because, I have friends who put like 50 stories in a day. From the
I put at least
time,
5.
From the time you get up, you are brushing, you are driving your car, where you're going, what you're going to do, everything you want to tell. Why? To do what? Okay, fine. You see celebs doing that. They have a solid reason behind it. Okay, they
Right.
they want fame. They want people waiting for them. It creates
Brand
their
endorsement.
Yeah.
That's
it,
the
it
bread and
creates-
butter.
Yeah, it creates their thing. Whereas you coming from a normal household have nothing to do with it. Why are you telling the world what you're doing? And aren't you like really afraid of?
But when you put this point, you guys say that my life, my wish. I want to let those 10 people know what toothpaste I'm using at home.
Yeah.
I mean, is it that wannabe feeling that you are famous among your circle or your influencer, whatever is that, right? That
Like I
spotlight
said-
you would want.
Like I said, see, maturity. It's called maturity. Okay, you don't. Maturity can kick in to a person at any stage of time. You can see a 24-year-old, 25-year-old, kiddish guy with zero maturity, or else you can see a 17 or 18-year-old with really, really good maturity. So it is a part of growing out. See, everyone, I am sure even you might have been in that phase where you want to fit in, party, be a little irresponsible at times,
I didn't want to fit in. I will. Last other two things,
Huh.
maybe I was irresponsible, partied a bit more. But with me, that was something that I never wanted to fit in. I was always aiming
Stand
to
out.
stand out. Matlab, I walk in, I want people to turn. I mean, I don't know what it is, but I never tried fitting in. So with me, it was not. So I don't understand this FOMO angle, right?
Actually, see, there's a different point of view to it. So it is like, it's a stage of your life. Yeah, it's just like if you talk about a company's growth,
Syed, can I remind you that you're only 20-year-old? Don't get into that.
no,
deeper-
I'm just telling you, it's time that people grow out. People, grow out of that thing, get little bit of seriousness maybe. See, having fun, have it to yourself.
So how many
That's it.
girlfriends Syed had or have? If you're okay, if your
I-
father and mother are anyway friends, do girlfriends join you in the long drive?
No.
No?
No, I
No girlfriend is
I'm
on-
surrounded by girls at home, my sisters, and I do have a lot of female friends, but no, I don't really have commitments because I somewhere
You never
believe-
had or you never have? I mean,
I-
like you,
I-
you currently don't have one.
I don't have, and I have never had. So I
So you believe in an arranged marriage, like mama bolo, like
I don't really
your mom
know.
will point and say,
I
"Kar lo
haven't-
isse nikah," then you will say, "Kabul hai."
I haven't thought of it, but yeah, I would say if they think if they get a better one, then
Hi,
it's a good
hi.
one. So why
Nice.
not? Maybe.
I mean, if you happen to show this episode to your parents,
Yeah.
I just want to say, what a good job, a brilliant piece put out there.
Okay, that's awkward. But
Why?
Yeah.
You don't want compliments? Compliments are awkward.
No, they're not. But okay.
It's a compliment to them.
So, anyways,
Mama would already now sending this video to all the rishtedars. See,
know.
my beta will marry a girl of my choice.
no. But anyways, what I feel about commitments. It's there are two type of commitments. Yeah, that's what I feel. There are one commitments that
If any university chancellor watching this podcast, please give this guy a doctorate. This guy's really figured out things. Okay, go ahead.
one commitment will take you up in your life, and there is one commitment which will guard you down or stop your growth over there. So
So you want 1 + 1 to be 11?
no. I want 2 + 2 to be 22. That is what I want. I want something above.
But see, I feel, this is my personal take. I mean, we are almost on the same page on that. It should be either 1 + 1, 11. Like the growth is exponentially high, that
Yeah.
you compliment so much that, yeah, chalo, we did something very good. I'm not talking in a monetary perspective, but at the end of it, when you look back, it was a great partnership. Or at least, if not that, 1 + 1, 2 to ho jao. Like at least achieve that too. But if it is 1 + 1 and remains 1, that's where I get uncomfortable.
I get your logic. It's like you look back to a person and you feel I had a good person, but what people don't get these days, yeah, if I again talk about my generation, the Gen Z people, is being with multiple partners. See, I'm not judging anyone. I am no
We are
one to
not,
judge,
yeah, we are
okay.
not.
So what I am saying is, with everyone you're leaving a part of you to them, right?
Or you're
So-
taking a part of them.
Yes,
with you.
it happens both ways. I'm giving a part of mine, I'm taking a part of her. So, say if I'm with a girl and I am into a relationship with her, I'm giving a part of me to her and I'm getting a part of her. Either after having all of those years of, multiple partners and all of that, either you lose yourself completely or you are a completely new person.
Okay.
Yeah, harsh reality, but truth. People might relate, people might not, but it is what it is. You leave yourself completely to those people, part by part of you, or you take part by part of them and become a completely new person. So it is very complicated, and I don't think so.
I didn't get this math.
I don't think so. You should go into
Anyway,
it.
I mean, if you have certain clarity, which is good,
Yeah.
if they are dating 10 girls and settle with 11, again, no problem.
You might see. Okay, fine. See, if a guy is dating 10 girls, okay, dating a 11th girl, do you think he's still the same guy he dated the first girl?
What if the guy who he was when he dated the first girl was the stupid, and this 10 girls have taught him something and he's become a better version with the 11th one? Why
Yeah.
don't you see that case?
He might be better or he might be worse. The odds are same. He might go completely up or he might go completely down. Either ways, you're leaving a part of you. You might drop, a part of you to everyone.
I want some Bollywood people to see the podcast and understand this part of you and make a series or cinema out of it.
Maybe, definitely, but
What kind of movies do you watch? Are you a Bollywood person?
Yeah, I do watch Bollywood movies. I do watch Hollywood. Mix or both.
Okay. Now, do you have any interest in politics to know what's happening in this country or world? Like,
Yeah,
as a
I'm,
system
I pay active interest to it.
in politics?
Yeah.
It's nice to know what do you think is happening in our country. I mean, you can be, again, no judge, no this thing, nothing. This is just a discussion, putting that again and again in quotes here. I want to know from your lens, a 20-year-old kid, what do you think of that is going on in Indian politics? Do you
So
have any
this
favorite
is-
politician?
So since this podcast is based on unfiltered, based on students, Gen Zs, this is one really good thing, about Gen Zs, that we are actively into politics.
Did you vote?
Yes, I did.
Okay, the elections, assembly, Karnataka
Yeah,
state elections.
I did vote.
Great.
So
was it your first time to vote?
It was my first time to vote.
How exciting was it?
I was really excited,
Okay.
and I was flexing my finger mark.
Ah,
I was like, I voted. And I used to treat people who didn't vote like, are you even a citizen?
good.
And that person used to be, I'm 17-year-old, bro. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling is, it's very good that, Gen Zs today are very much active in politics. And they know, not even people who are ready to vote, but from the age of 16, I'd say, they know what's going on in the country because, as I said, social media,
Yeah.
easy access. So I think
But
that is also
social
one
media also feed you
good-
agendas and
true.
opinions, right?
True,
So
true.
who is your favorite politician? I mean, like, don't have to
I would say, if you're talking about Karnataka,
general.
I would say Siddaramaiah is doing a great job. He's doing good because, you see, if you might have been following his recent thing, he removed certain bans and freedom to wear whatever you want and all of that. So I think that's a fantastic job, and he's doing good. He's given freedom to he's not letting suppress what you really feel. I think that's a good thing he's doing.
So, freedom of expression. I just want to understand why you like Siddaramaiah, sir, the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka. Okay, you said he got some policies which expanded or gave a little more freedom and a liberation to certain things. I mean, whatever you're trying to say, that right. Apart from this, what else as an administration? What else do you see in him? Like, do you get into that? Like, an election mandate was given, he's fulfilled this. So where are you coming from? So I just want to know. It can't be just one reason you like Siddaramaiah, sir, no?
Yeah, it's not the one reason that I like Siddaramaiah, sir. It's just that he's doing good. He's doing good for the state. He's doing
Do
good
you
for the
track those
people.
developments?
Yes, I do track those developments.
Okay.
And if you see before his term to his term, if you just see the differences that have come in say anything.
What did you observe, like, before and after? What is that?
I would say, before Siddaramaiah, sir, people were, not given much of importance, be it anything, whatever the central decides, you like it or not, you had to follow it. And, upbringing the minorities, giving minorities a platform. That is what Sir Siddaramaiah is doing.
Okay, because you touched the topic minority, right? Because you come from a religion space of, given a status of minority and things. So do you have that thought, or is this a blur for you in your mind?
I would say no matter how much I blur it, it will stay. So it always stays, even it's like, in your peripheral vision, it's always there.
See, I really want to understand. I'm not pro or against anything. I am a person who believes in, everybody has good to it, everybody has bad to it. Politics is great, politics is bad. I mean, it's all there.
Definitely, yeah.
It's all too much gray, right? For example, there was a president. There is, what do I say? A lot of good positions are held by the community when you say minority and things like that. Also, you've been heard. There's equal law. So for your generation to think that, we belong to minority is something that, because like you said, everything is getting blurred, but somewhere it is still there for me, right? So what is that will make you feel that this issue can get off the table once for all?
I'd say the first step would be to cancel reservations, maybe. That would be the first step. If you want to take it completely away. Because see, now we are in this situation, now we are in this era, we are in this generation that we no longer require it. Because I have equal access to things what a higher class or a lower class would have to. So when we are getting an equal access to the resources that we need, then why is there why should there be any reservation for them, whereas the one who is higher class to them is doing the same efforts, should get the same result, right? So I think to blur out, to completely diminish the system, they should do is take down the reservation system. That is the first thing.
So if they get the reservation off the table, you feel that you're equal and you don't want this minority tag?
Yeah, I don't see who will like to have any tag,
Yeah.
It is just like if you are sitting in a class of 30 and everyone's in one row there are a lot of students, and then you name the other student. It's like that. So nobody really likes that. So a minority, in a country, in India, if you talk about classes or religions, the background where I come from, I am minority. Okay, Muslims are minority. And whereas it comes towards, there are certain conflicts, certain things that contradiction of opinions, and all of that clash of opinions. What a certain class might want, it would be wrong to another class. Yeah. So that is where it really comes. It comes like, okay, fine, it is minority's wish, so maybe it won't be done. What happens, a majority people, what they want, that will happen. So it is like that. So I think if you really want to, diminish the class system and all of that, take the reservations down, come to a common ground, and, see what is good for a country and not for a religion.
Okay. That was an intense discussion. I think, good we touched upon it. Like I said, it is important to know what you guys think of. This is my favorite line, and in every episode I've been saying that you guys are the next politicians, policymaker, architects, doctors, and whatnot, astronauts. So,
Okay.
it is important to hear you guys out on these sensitive issues or important issues. So that was our intention. Now, I think we're almost coming to the fag end. I only wanted one topic to understand from you is what are this? I mean, I have to speak this because the kind of the job that we do at Timbuktu is mostly based on creating opportunities through part-time jobs for students to monetize their time and skill.
Definitely, yeah.
So one topic here important for us is the dignity of labor, and the second thing is on the skills.
Okay.
Now, what are those skills you think that you're equipped with or you want to equip yourself with? How much of Jane as a college or a campus is helping you acquire those skills? I'm not talking on an academic level, but overall, what is the kind of importance that has been given for skill sets? Do you think there is much more to be done through universities, or no, universities are doing fantastically good, whatever they can do in their capacity? It's me as an individual who is supposed to take interest, get into personalized skilling. What is it like?
See, I would really like to tell you that, universities are not enough. It is fact. Be it Jane, be it Christ, be it, anywhere. If you are someone who likes to stick to university, follow every rule university has, go through the rule book and, be a bookworm, I'm sorry, it's not the world
help.
for you.
Yeah.
There are some things which you go out of the way to learn yourself. In the end, you need to develop yourself as a person. You are alone out there. Okay. University has just given you a platform. You dance on it on fest, or you sit and study. It's all up to you.
Yeah.
We have given you a platform. Do whatever you want.
Correct.
Right. And yeah, university is providing the best they can. Now they can't pull out everyone.
Do you have AI courses?
Yes, that's what I was getting to. So in this era of AI, when you talk about labor and all of that, I don't think so. Doing the work, it's the thing now. It's the getting the work done.
Okay.
That is the thing now. And if you can't use AI is coming and people are telling.
Is your college or university offering you AI related?
Yeah. They are offering
So
machine
AI
learning
is
courses and all of that.
they've made, so education system is getting modernized and they're updated is what I wanted to know.
Yes, it is updated, and they are providing much more to it. They are providing good things to it, and I think as the world is growing, they're just
what are your top 3 skills?
With
Top
AI.
3 skills of yours, like personally, what are your top 3 skills apart from the graduation that you would be doing?
My top 3 skills would be, I can sit and talk about anything for as much as
You
time
mean
you
to say
want.
communication? Communication.
Yeah, I'm good at communication.
Okay.
I'm good at managing things, managerial skills. I have good managerial skills. I'm not bragging. And I'm confident. I am outspoken.
Confident is a skill?
No, I would say, I'm a good presenter,
Okay.
I'm a good presenter. You give me
I think
anything
part
to
of
present.
communication is again.
Yeah, like if you give me this tribal brew coffee,
Mm-hmm.
it's a very good coffee. I've been drinking it from that time. It's
Okay,
good.
we
So
will.
I can even present this. I can.
They will not hire you any soon. Don't worry. I mean, I don't know if they want to. Okay.
World is a small place.
Okay. Good. I like that confidence. I appreciate that confidence about you. I mean, you and the generation in large. I'll again create a situation. Coming from a comfortable background and things like that, right? If I give you an opportunity to work in any of these pizza shops and serve pizzas, will you comfortably do, or do you have that stigma of log kya kahenge? How can Syed so and so serve pizzas?
I would do it. I would do it
Why?
without even a flinch. I would do it.
Come on, you can't be a good boy kind of.
I'm not a good boy, okay? But I have my terms.
Terms and serving pizza.
I want good pay.
That is, of course, that okay. Imagine you've been given 100, 200 rupees an hour, which
Okay.
is still I mean, they don't pay so much, but you were comfortably making good money, about 12, 13,000 a month. Working
I would work.
Your
I'm
parents,
not telling. I'm not. See, you.
I am coming from a dignity of labor
Yeah,
angle. Are you
definitely.
okay? Will it be a cool thing for you, or will you shy away thinking that your friend's girlfriend saw and she's like gossiping?
No. And whereas it comes to me coming from such background, I can tell you, my father or mother will be the first person to drop me off to that place.
Really, I was.
Yeah.
That would be my second question.
Yeah.
Like, will your father say, like, Syed, I'll give you 500 rupees extra, mat karo ye sab.
So the first place where I worked, it was VVL. Okay, it's like Byju's. We sold UGC net courses. I was into marketing. I was a marketing associate. I just had a professional tag, but I had to run in
Run
the
a
city.
boy and all of those.
Yeah. When I first went to my dad, I told him, and he was like, "Why do you want to work there? Come to the company and work here." Natural, what every business father would tell. But I didn't want that luxury and that comfort, because my dad is in a strategic position in his company, and I will take
Advantage.
I'll take advantage, and I'll sit next to him. I will help him in his strategic decisions. But I'll not know what it is like to come from very low. So I told my dad, I want
That's
this.
the right attitude, I feel.
I told my dad that I want to go, I want to do this job, I want to work over there, I want to know what it is like
Did
to
he
work.
appreciate that?
Yeah, he appreciated that. And he asked me, how much are you getting paid? I told him nothing. He was like, even more better. Go.
Nice. So tell me, I want this to be our last topic of discussion. Again, going back to the place you come from, don't mind me asking that. See, I would want to know from you that, you're a confident, exposed or overexposed Tier 1 city, from a Tier 1 college kid, right? Do you feel threat or competition from Tier 2 city college child or school, kid of your age, who's much more hard worker than you, willing to put extra hours? Because see, don't take me wrong, why I'm saying is I always feel there is some kind of innocence still, part of these Tier 2 kids, coming from a lower milk, whatever the situation, right? Less exposure. They don't act like they've cracked everything. They're okay to put those extra hours. They're willing to, work hard. Which with a Bangalore or, Tier 1 kids, for me, I have seen this unwanted, unnecessary attitude that, we are cool and we've cracked everything kind. So what do you think of this?
I'd like to say one thing, that I don't consider myself as a Tier 1 kid, because no, definitely. See, I have a lot to learn.
That is now being humble or modest or whatever.
I'm not humble, I'm not modest, I'm being very much straight, okay? I don't consider myself as a kid, a guy who's there. Because see, once I consider myself being there, I wouldn't want to go more up, okay? if I consider myself as tier
Okay,
one
in
kid,
general, keep you aside.
yeah,
Okay, you
see,
you figure out.
if I
In
consider,
general, as a
yeah,
situation.
in general as a situation, consider me as being tier two kid, okay, and working hard and working everything. There's a lot more to do in life. There's a lot more extra hours we need to put in. Considering that I have the same 12 hours what the other kid has of tier 1 or tier 3, even he has the same 12 hours. But what might be scarce is resources.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, that is where you're getting to, is what I feel.
Yeah.
You know, a kid with having all the resources with a kid who is having scarce resources.
See, one resource, yeah, but other side of it is the attitude is what.
Yeah, definitely. The attitude matters a lot. See, I've seen kids who come up from nothing, but once they get something, they think they have achieved everything. To kids who have everything, but yet they feel, you know, we are not yet enough. We need to do more to life. We need to get more. So I think attitude is what matters. Mindset matters. You know, no matter you are a tier 1 kid or tier 2 kid or tier 3 kid, your attitude matters. Okay, and whereas it comes to tier 3 or 2 kid, you know, having that competitiveness to, you know, outbreak the tier 1 kid, I think that is natural. It is the survival of the fittest. You
Correct.
cannot you know, once you are sitting in a room with businessmen, okay, you will not ask them if are you a tier 1 kid,
No,
from
that's
where
not.
did you
I
study
am
and
only.
stuff.
I'm only coming from because for us it's a business, right?
Yeah,
for us
that
it's
is
day
why.
in day out building a better platform for students across. So we get into these data points. So I personally feel, you know, they will outbeat overexposed, over
That is natural.
confident
Definitely.
Taiwan
Definitely.
kids, because that somewhere you know that they're still raw.
Yeah.
They, you know, they're still there is hunger.
There is hunger. Exactly what I was going to come to.
And they also come with little humble, and they are shy, they're like not so overconfident. So for me it helps me, you know, they come as a raw, right? It's like you've been given a
It's
clay.
like a coal. They're like, you know, raw.
No, I'm just saying
generate,
clay.
yeah.
Clay.
Yeah, you can mold
mold them.
Yeah.
With Taiwan, so much of rigidness, like you said, rebellious, and
Yeah.
they're like cracked everything. I know what it is. That's what it is. So I just want to know. Okay, so we are in the end. So just want to, because you're sipping tribal brew, they have artisanal coffee and they have this nice coffee truck in Indranagar. They're soon to be available in many other places. So do you have any coffee confession to make? This is a safe space. I will assure you that.
Coffee confession. I don't know. Like, I have had my fun and everything, and yeah, it was me who almost blasted the school.
Blasted the school? What?
in a classroom, mixing sodium metal in washroom bottle. I know, in washroom water bucket.
Oh,
so
man.
it was me, guys, and it might have caused serious injuries.
He wanted to be a scientist, but ended up, I don't know.
So coffee confession
is he by mistake?
Not by mistake. I knew the consequences, but I didn't know it was
the scale of the consequences.
The scale of the consequences, and I.
Okay, we will still give it to your curiosity than getting into the detailing of it.
Yeah.
But Syed, this was good chatting
Yeah,
with you. I mean,
sure.
I'm happy that you bring so much of maturity at this age to the table. I only wish the best.
There is one more thing I would like to say. Like, you know, I have looked into Timbuktu. I have seen
he's
it.
promoting us now.
I have done my research. So, whereas it comes to, you know, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 kids, or the comfort zone, like I made it clear that it's the, you know, comfort that matters. You know, a highly comfort kid will not want to grow more. So obviously the, you know, people who are coming with no comfort, they will outbreak him. And I feel, you know, in outbreaking that, in that journey of, you know, success, Timbuktu has a really good opportunity, because, you know, you guys
investors.
You guys are providing such good courses. I mean, not courses, I'm sorry. You know, platform to.
Hey, by the way, we do have
work.
Courses at discount. You're not completely wrong.
Is it? Okay. Courses
and so
courses and jobs you're giving, you know, that is so good. Like, that's really good.
See, idea is don't wait for an employer to sit in that campus interview and tell you're not industry be
True.
ready. Go explore. Why I was asking.
Exactly.
This is my common question in the pizza or the
Yeah.
burger question. Like, idea is to give you guys money, which gives you confidence, which
Exactly.
helps you understand, manage it better. Also, you know, that culture of taking a part-time job, having the side gig or hustle is already there. We are not doing
Yeah.
rocket science. We are just trying to make it a little more safer, a little more,
Accessible.
realistic, accessible. That's what we. So yeah, I'm happy that we thought of doing it, and it's been a great 2 years of journey. Is there anything that you want to ask us? Don't ask me about my personal life. That I'm not gonna put it.
It's okay, but I would really like to know, like, you coming from your background, what was the whole idea about, knowing the market and knowing the demand of the jobs and giving, was it the tier 1, tier 2 idea, or
No.
what was the logic behind it?
So I came to Bangalore to do my graduation. Okay. And coming from lower middle class and, having that whole emotional drama behind, I wanted to earn my money because to meet my life, and I got enrolled myself in Mount Carmel, which is like the college. At
I
least,
know.
So I wanted to have a better lifestyle, which I was not able to manage. And then I wanted to support myself. A lot of stories. So I tried taking up part-time jobs, and I did. I worked in pizza shops. I think Tata Docomo was, I don't know who took and what is it. So I was selling the SIM cards and all of, so I did my part-time job so that money gave me confidence. And that one telecaller job, I got into event management. And then from there, so by age of 19, 20, I was having good money. I was paying my own fees. So there's a story, but I got into a lot of scams. It was not that easy the way I'm explaining, right? I would meet 10 people and the 11th guy would offer a right job. Otherwise, different kinds of scams.
Yeah.
So this is 11, 12 years back. And today, cut to today's, it's still the same. There are a lot of, and I think today, at least, there is a lot more opportunity in digital media space, or, there are big fat weddings happening.
Yeah.
There are traders. I mean, you guys call yourself a retail trader by investing the 100, 200 rupees in one of these, stock. So there is conversation about money. For me, my financial independence was bunking that college, watching that first day first show. That was our financial independence. But today, you guys have a larger picture. So you want to eat that extra burger, you want to watch that extra movie, you want to go for that extra date. So there is always an extra requirement. And I see a lot of students getting into these scams, and fantasy games, getting into debts, getting into loans, getting into betting app. So that's when we thought, okay, we require a safe space where students get to earn quick money by being who they are. Like, we have so many jobs in the weekend. If you just want to go work as a barista, only for Saturday, Sunday you work.
Yeah, I came across that. I found that so good. Yeah, because
3,000-4,000 earn. I'm sure that 3,000-4,000 rupees is a good money for you.
Make a lot of difference for a guy.
Yeah. So that's where we came by. Like, I was a student, face that, and I see students still face it. And I don't know why last 10, 12 years nobody thought of it. There is an internship as a culture. So for us at Timbuktu, we want to make it part-time for students, part-time jobs.
Definitely.
The end result is money as a culture.
Like, that's so, like, it gives a student real-time exposure, it gives them, real-time exposure, a quick exposure to the real world.
Correct. One, absolutely, bang on. One, money. The second aspect is, like, when you said you're okay to work in pizza shop, I'll tell you the kind of data or the first-hand experience you get to, right? You run out of cheese, you will still manage to sell some pizza. You run out of olive, you still manage to sell. Nobody is going to want. So you learn inventory management, customer behavior,
negotiation.
So a lot of things, which I think becomes a much more wanted skill in the market.
Definitely, yeah. So, I would like to add up one more skill to myself. That's negotiation. Sorry,
I forgot it. Cool. So, wishing you all luck. Like I said, we are rooting for you. We will cheer for you.
Definitely.
Whenever you achieve something, or we are here to just pat your back whenever you feel low.
Okay.
Remember us in your good days and bad days.
Surely.
Great. So, thank you for having this conversation with us. We are winding up the show, obviously. I would love to have this conversation as long as I can, but yeah, we'll have to wind it up. You're watching No Filter Please, India's only student podcast where we hear needs and wants, your opinions. It do matter to us. Feel free to reach out to us if you are a student. We will try to be there for you.
Check out Timbuktu and drink tribal coffee.
Coffee. Okay, yeah. Cheers to that. Thank you. This was good.